is heavy.
The guild has need of you, comrade. Well met, comrade. I have an urgent message from the guildmaster. Report to me at once. I have a task for you. She's a lizard of few words. She's running things out of the guild hall in Darwin's Watch at the moment. The 8 guide you, comrade. No, but I have an idea. Word in the hall is that there's a big contract. A huge contract. All hands on deck. She probably wants you in the fight.
Goodbye. Okie dokie pokey. What the? Okay. Okay. This way. I don't know, there's so many different areas popping up here. I just really don't even know where I really want to go. Oh, so now that pops back up again. Well, I guess that would make sense, wouldn't it? Oh, I just got off the horse. I want to get up here. Hey, Greymoor, what's happening? Let me make sure my voice is coming through okay here. I want to double check here. Come on. Double check here. Yeah, there we go. Okay, this way it's lovely. Okay, peachy keen jelly bean cream. All right. Oh, Coca-Cola. Yeah, there you go. There you go, man. Coca-Cola or Coca-Cola. There you go. Either one you want to say.
Have you brought back the Petroloop? Will my fingers glide over its gentle curves once more?
That's kind of sexy. I suppose they will. I have the loot you wanted.
Ah, Petroloop returns home. You know, I wooed my first love with this very loot, and my third as well. Thus begins the restoration of the collection to its former greatness. The history books will remember you for this.
Did you hear about what happened with Coca-Cola, if you will? Well, what they were doing with their whole friggin' employee program about being less white? Yeah. Yeah, a friend of mine also said that they ended up getting rid of their machine and they aren't going to be doing business with Coke if they're going to be that way, which I don't blame them, I agree. That is a feather in your cap, or it's a feather in his cap. Yeah, Coca-Cola can eat dicks. The loot, are you going to take it?
I assembled the museum for just this moment, but I think you deserve the honor of placing Petroloop on its podium. After you display the loot, perhaps you could read Nell's hidden loves. I could use your skill in recovering the other instruments.
Thank you, I will, which I would have figured that anyways, to be honest. What's wrong with eating dicks? Are you talking about a restaurant here? Because
Ah, wonderful.
There is a restaurant actually at the beach called Dick's.
I left a copy of Nell's hidden loves on the table there.
And from what I know, is basically a restaurant you go to, and I don't know if they warn you beforehand or whatever, but you go in there, and all the waiters and waitresses are total dicks to you, really. And if you can hold out the whole entire time while you're there, yeah, if you can hold out the whole entire time while you're there, it should have said eating at dicks instead of eating dicks, because anybody who comes in the stream like, what the heck is he talking about? But if you can hold out the whole time, you can get your meal for free. That was years ago when I had heard about that. I don't know if that's still the same or if that's still going on or what. Kind of feels like nowadays with this pansy society that we live in, you think the restaurant like that would shut down. They'd run out of the restaurant crying.
Wonderful. Look at the proud Petroloop in its proper place once more. And we're a step closer to undoing Nell's folly. But there are many other priceless instruments lost somewhere out in the world. They need to come home.
So you want me to find the other instruments that Nell pilfered?
Yes, indeed. Let the clues within Nell's hidden loves guide the way. As you travel through Skyrim, keep your eyes open. And your ears too. These are instruments we're pursuing after all. If you find more of them, I'll be here.
I'll remember that.
They say the first one is always the hardest. Everything should be much easier from here. Once you recover all the instruments, I will compose an epic, an adventurer's triumph, to celebrate their return. You will star in it, of course.
That sounds like quite the event.
Of course it will be.
Ooh, I got some
We will
thingies.
use the instruments too. They should be revered, yes, but used for special occasions. But first, more instruments. You'll have expenses. Let me weigh you down with some gold before you go.
Can you talk trash back with friendly banter? Oh, of course you can.
As you feel the music, bards from all over were working on the clues in Nell's poem. Once
I've seen it happen many
all the
times.
Instruments collected, the performance can begin.
What do you mean?
With the clues in Nell's hidden loves and the return of Petroloop, word will travel fast among bards. I hear the vibrations among students, members, and alumni of the college already.
Is that a good thing? Talk trash with friendly banter at dicks? Oh.
Certainly.
I really have no idea. Maybe that's against the rules.
Our legendary instruments, should they return in good order. You began something truly great here. Maestros that were once enemies have already started talking to each other again.
Maestros?
Ah, yes. You may not be so familiar with the structure here. Maestros are the faculty of the Bards College. Master Bards. The head maestro manages the college as a whole.
So how's Mexico
Currently,
going?
that is Catrell Gioric.
Goodbye. Larger homes generally hold more items and collectibles. Duh. Tell me something I don't know. Start your English teaching course today. So, what are you teaching at, like a college or a something like that? I mean, have you learned enough Spanish to be able to do that? Kind of feels to me like if somebody's teaching another language, they would kind of really know a lot about both languages. We're doing so. I don't know how they handle it there. Maybe you have like a translator or something. Oh crap, I didn't mean to do that. Oh, teaching online. Learning Spanish is not totally necessary. Oh, that's cool then. Well, that helps alleviate things, that's for sure. Okay. I'm trying to think. Also teach other cultures too. Oh, that's cool. That's cool. So what it's like a teaching course that almost has like a worldwide influence or something. That's something. Oh, that's awesome.
You're back.
I'm gonna start saying that.
I take it you found enough ore?
Should be enough ore? Iron ore?
Ingots is a good way to build your muscles. Well, in one arm.
That's what she said.
Every now and then. Otherwise, you'll
Oh, that
be
is what she said.
lopsided.
I have iron ingots. What needs to be done now?
Go to the blacksmithing station and craft an iron dagger. Nothing fancy. You shouldn't need more than 2 iron ingots. Oh, and you'll need a style material. You can purchase them from any blacksmith, or scavenge them yourself if you're thrifty.
What is a style of material?
Every race has a traditional material they work into their weapons and armor. For example, the Imperial style material is nickel. I should know. Every day in the Legion camps, I worked a pile of it. The Nord style material is corundum. Let's start with that. You can learn how to craft with another race's style material by studying racial motif books. They're quite rare, mostly held by collectors, so watch for them in your travels. The Nord style material is corundum. Let's start with that. You can learn how to craft with another race's style material by studying racial motif books. They're quite rare, mostly held by collectors, so watch for them in your travels. The Nord style material is corundum. Let's start with that.
Okay. Oh man.
You can learn how to craft with another race.
Okay, I already got all this. I pretty much known that anyways from other times playing this but this is just in a different area. So there is that. Okay, well, it is out there. Alright, now... There we go. Right, okay. Axe. Dagger, iron. Just looking at all these. Good Lord! I didn't expect there to be this many. Holy Nikes. Everything that you already have should already be pushed up to the front, though. I mean, honestly. Wait, what? Oh, okay. 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 Might as well go ahead and do this one, even though I really don't have too much faith in it.
Craft an iron dagger. You'll need some iron ingots and a style material. You can buy those from any blacksmith if you can't find them yourself. The trick is the style material, but I'm sure you know that.
Next is deconstruction. You learn a lot when you break something into parts, even more so when it's someone else's work. Go deconstruct your dagger, or anything else really, as long as you do it at a blacksmithing station. You'll regain some components, of course, but the real trick is to deconstruct another crafter's work. You can learn far more by disassembling someone else's material than your own. It's a fancy way to say, take something apart. The term originally came from Altmer poetry critiques. High elves consider their physical crafts to be forms of poetry, so it stuck. You can't know what a sword is, only what it's not, and so forth. You'll regain some components, of course.
Oh, that's lovely. Gosh, man, why couldn't you just be outside? Having to run back and forth inside of a place like this just to have it load up again is just dumb. They should have known. I mean, it's a friggin' online game. They should have just had her be, like, right there at the station instead of being inside of here.
You certainly know your way around a forge. You're a blacksmith, and let none tell you otherwise.
Ready to be certified as a blacksmith.
Of course. I'll get you certified right away so you can fulfill blacksmith crafting writs immediately.
Complete quest.
Let me know if you have some time. I can train and certify you in something else.
I'm interested in woodworking certification.
A good woodworker sees the final product before cutting the first block of wood. But I can't teach two crafts at once. If you commit yourself to the training, I'll certify you.
Like to be a certified woodworker.
I want to know
like
if
your
you
mom.
can craft a maple bow. First, go harvest some rough maple. You'll refine it into sanded maple at a woodworking station. Last, you'll take the sanded maple and turn it into a maple bow.
Just certify me if I craft a maple bow.
Absolutely.
Maple syrup bow.
Bows are challenging to craft. Show me you're up to the challenge and I'll happily certify you. But first, go get me a bundle of rough maple.
Where can I find rough maple?
There's a place nearby which should have what you need. Collect an armload and return here. If there's not enough, you'll need to search for more.
I'll return with the maple.
Pleased to see you in solitude, stranger.
Finally. Waiting in a tavern without a drink is maddening. How do other people do it? And Mog hasn't been helpful. His solution to every problem involves a great amount of...
That wasn't me burping, I assure you.
What news of the bastard who murdered my mother? Did you find him? I would have preferred to see him dragged back here for a proper trial and execution. But at least justice has been served. Were you able to determine who was behind the murder? Was it connected to the threat you came to warn my father about? Damn those Reach witches! And damn my father for being so obstinate! But what does the Coven want? Are they planning to kill my father? What else can you tell me about this threat to our kingdom? That's horrible. But there must be more to this than simply turning my people into monsters. Well, I'll do what I can to help you. Mother would have wanted me to. What you've done and discovered will be enough to convince my father. It has to be. You and Lyris risked your lives for my kingdom and have been met with nothing but suspicion. You counted on my mother to be your advocate, to convince my father of the Coven's threat. Now she's gone. I'm no substitute, but I'll speak for you. My father hasn't heard a word I've said since I was old enough to talk. But with Mother gone, someone has to make him see reason. You know, she tried to teach me, but I never listened. I guess maybe I'm more like my father than I care to admit.
That was amazing.
That makes it even more imperative that he heeds your warning and takes action. All of the holds are in danger.
Assassinator?
Kjalmarch, Karthag. My father needs to do something before another storm strikes. Meet me at the Blue Palace, all right? I just need a moment to think about how to approach this. Consider the words to use. My courtly manners are a bit rusty, and I've never been much for diplomacy and fancy speeches. Shore's bones, I could use a drink. I'm not sure of anything. If I don't do this, though, I'll never forgive myself if something terrible befalls the kingdom. That's nice of you to say, but I'm not sure I believe that. I hope she's watching all this from Sovngarde. Bet she hates it there. Look, I'll do my best to get my father to listen to you. You have my word on that. It feels like I've been shattered into 1,000 pieces and swept under a rug. But I don't have time to mourn right now, not with the kingdom in danger. Now, let's go talk to my father before I change my mind. I'm not sure of anything. If I don't do this, though, I'll never forgive myself if something terrible befalls the kingdom. Right. Easy as honey-baked pie. It's not like you came here at the behest of his most hated rival or anything. Look, I'll do my best to get him to listen. You have my word on that.
Groups you with 3 adventurers, delve deep in the underground.
Wasting time is an important part of life.
Call the guard. That thief is getting away.
Wish me luck, Mog.
You look like you had a rough expedition, friend. But we in the Undaunted don't sign up to sit on cushions and drink mead, do we? Mordra can answer that better, and probably more to the point than I can. Basically, we're adventurers. You look like you'd fit in well. You've got that fearless look about you the Undaunted are known for.